they're the smallest one. And I would say the core of it is a donation from a Vietnamese guy, Dr. Tang, and to thank Quebec for welcoming him here.
Wow.
He imported a lot of big Vietnamese bonsai.
Yeah.
And donated.
And that's some of his in the collection I saw earlier, is that?
No, they're all mostly all tropical. So all the big ones you see here, they're from Dr. Tang.
Okay, okay. Wow. They look fantastic. And this is Eric.
You're filming me. So.
Okay. Let's start the tour then, eh? All right. So,
Well,
I recognize the Bougainvillea.
yeah, we have a few.
Wow.
And,
Sorry.
many ficus tree also.
Yeah. That's a Bougainvillea too, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, this one is the apex of that.
Oh, okay.
The big one over there.
Of the.
So
Oh
the
my
apex is
goodness.
rebuilt.
Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that.
So it's been here the years,
Yeah.
and now it's part of the other collection.
You can get a tree that size by aerating an apex.
Quite fast. But growing that one again was pretty long, like 5 or 6 years.
Really?
That paper, yeah.
And where did this one start off life as? Like a hedge or something? Or like was it?
Collected in Vietnam.
Oh, collected in Vietnam. Okay. Because yeah, wow.
It's big.
I mean, I see them in Florida, digging them up from hedges, but they're not this size. Like,
No?
no, I've never seen one this size in my life. That's amazing. Must look fantastic when it's in flower too.
Yeah.
But I find often you only get half of them flower, and the other half is green. It's hard to get them to flower evenly all over.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this a Brazilian rain tree?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. That is a beautiful trunk line on it.
Yeah, those are good ones. Donated by George LeBeau,
Okay.
2010.
Wow. He's American, is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from New Jersey. And
He donated a lot of trees, didn't he? Because
yeah.
I see a lot in the book.
We have a lot here, and some have been auctioned to the club.
Wow. It's unusual to get nice flowing tapered trunk like that on these. Usually they have some strange bulge or something on the one side.
Oh, it was very nice one.
That is amazing. And here's another one, isn't it? It just never ends. Wow. Is this from the same George too? or-
Yeah.
George DeBolt. Wow. Reminds me of like the skin on a cow or something.
Yeah.
An animal. That is so impressive. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And is this a boxwood or? No, it's not. It's
Also from Vietnam.
pepper
And
tree.
I'm forgetting the name right now. So Vanessa.
Pneumonia acidissima.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia. That's cool.
I've never seen any bonsai of pneumonia apart from those that were here.
That's
The last
right.
one remaining.
Is it? Wow. It's very nice, isn't it?
The bark is really interesting.
It is. It's. Wow. And are these beneficial mites that you release here? And what does that get? What does it target? Like what insects?
It's a generalist, so like for trips or
Okay.
any kinds of pests.
Cool. Wow. There's Vanessa. We should introduce. And Marianne. Hello. And oh, so this table moves over, doesn't it? Wow. I should have gone down that other row first.
See the other Bougainvillea from
Okay.
front.
Yeah. And what is this tree? It's a ficus. What is it?
Religiosa.
Oh, is it? Okay. It doesn't have the big long drip tips on it, but they're shorter than the one I have, but that's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. Holy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can tell them by the bark too. They have a certain look to the bark on them, don't they? And the berries all over are nice. Mine's getting some of these on it now. It's nothing compared to this.
They don't stay long. They're gonna fall off.
Oh no, then they fall off. Yeah. We just don't have the climate for it, do we? Well, I guess they need to be pollinated to stay on, don't they? Or do they? Yeah. 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 Wow. And this?
Yes.
I'm trying to guess what it is. I can't tell.
Another ficus.
Is it?
But what kind? Yeah.
Green Island, is it? Or no? Bert Davy.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a Natal ficus, African ficus. Wow, it is beautiful.
These aerial roots.
Yeah, yeah.
Really nice.
I find they really produce aerial roots. Even if you don't have a greenhouse, they'll shoot out in the summer. That's the oldest one I've ever seen. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. So do you usually trim the aerial roots off occasionally, or
Yeah, often.
you have to manage them? Otherwise it just gets
It covers the pot entirely.
out of control. Yeah, it's nice to select a few and then
Yeah.
probably have to replace them once they start thickening up.
Yes, and there was a lot just tangled around the trunks.
Yeah,
So,
keep it flowing. Yeah, it's a really nice, that's beautiful. I like the pot too. Wow, that's cool. And that's the big Bougainvillea. Wow, look at this hollow section. Holy. That's amazing.
When
No.
I arrived to start working in the spring, this past spring, this was the one that it had grown,
Oh, really?
it was up in the pipes up
Yeah.
there, it was.
They get
super
really long
vigorous.
shoots on them,
Yeah.
don't. And how do you move this?
by hand.
Really?
Well, we have a hydraulic cart,
Okay.
so mostly.
So you
we want-
slide it onto it, and then that makes sense because you'd need some kind of like a frame or something underneath
Yeah,
it if you
Yeah, just the pot.
lifted it by
It's
hand.
really
It looks heavy. It's a large amount of soil. Wow, that is quite a tree. That's something. Wow. And this is another Bougainvillea? Yeah.
Another one. That one has been started by David from cutting
Really?
a long time ago here at the garden.
David Easterbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's a beautiful tree.
25 years ago or something.
And this looks like a different kind, is it?
The big one is Speciosa,
Okay.
and that is Labrador.
Glabra. That's the one with the purple flower.
Yeah.
They're usually purple or pink.
Big
Okay.
one is more pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite something, isn't it? Amazing tree. All my trees are looking very small compared to these.
Oh gosh, mine are twigs compared to these.
Here's a ficus. That looks like a, I don't know, microcarpa, isn't there?
Yes.
Microcarpa? Wow. It's nice when you can get underneath the tree.
Yeah. This is a small tree that has been planted on a big stump. with a
Okay.
Branch.
You did a project similar to that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Frankenficus, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nice, very nice.
We-
So what temperatures do you keep them in here?
Here it's 22 by day, 20 by night.
Okay, so you drop it a little at night,
Just
but
a
not a
little,
whole lot,
yeah.
eh? Okay. Because I drop mine quite a bit, and I'm wondering if I drop it too low. Because mine goes from about 20 in the day down to about 15 at night.
Oh,
Do you think it's too much of a drop, or? I guess it depends on
They're
the.
doing great.
Yeah, if your trees are fine, then
I guess it
fine.
depends on the species too. Like some like the cool nights, don't they?
Maybe we should do that too, because there's so much work in the other greenhouse, so we try to
Keep them dormant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some I keep in my basement at in between 9 and 12, and it's fantastic. There's no bugs. You hardly have to water them, and you can have dim lights. You don't have to have real high lights, and they just sit there dormant the whole winter. But in spring, oh my goodness, the growth on them, they'll get shoots coming out like crazy. So they store up all that energy over the winter, and then they just go nuts in spring. But whereas if you keep them warm in the winter, they're kind of more even growth. It's probably more usable growth. But I don't know. There's pluses and minuses to every method.
Yeah, absolutely. Depends on, like you were saying, how much time you have to, so it's safe.
Tamarind?
Yes.
Yes, tamarind. Wow, that's a grand old tree. I love the bark on them. I think it's one of their best features is the bark. It's just fantastic. It's like an old oak tree or something, the structure, the texture. And it's nice. They fold up at night too, don't they? The leaves?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. I'm like a kid in a candy store here. I've seen this one in the books. I don't know what the real name for it is. Willow leaf ficus or Nerifolia.
Salicifolia.
Yeah.
Yeah, salicifolia.
Salicifolia, yeah.
Let me turn it to the back. We forgot to.
This is the front, yeah,
Sorry.
the back, yeah. There it is. And it's got all these shoots coming out,
Yeah.
which they do. Wow, that's a great tree. Look at this. I love that. That's beautiful. I was looking at the one ponytail palm out there, or the elephant foot tree. And
It's back there.
oh, and the one branch on it, it's like really thin in the one view and thick and tapered in the other view. It's like these ficus roots, the way they kind of
Yeah.
get kind of ribbon roots.
In the cactus greenhouse.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, it has that one
right
branch
before- yeah, okay.
that's really thin. It's really cool. I've never seen that before. So it's a kind of exciting. Wow, that's a great looking tree. Look at the old bark on it. Wow, fantastic. And here is
Another one.
Bougainvillea, another one, right?
Yeah.
Those are really small leaves.
Yeah, this one came from Eric Wigger or Weiger
Okay,
from
yep.
Florida.
The nursery, yeah.
You bring the tree and do a demo for the club. And
Oh.
the club selling the tree. So
Really? Oh, wow. Didn't know you got people from that far away to come to your meetings.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
Japan.
Really?
Europe, everywhere. Yeah.
I guess it's the biggest club in Canada, isn't it? The
Yeah, it is.
Montreal Club. That's amazing. And how many members do you have? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they are at 400 something.
really? Wow.
But that's official members, not necessarily very active.
Right.
people, but-
Yeah. Yeah, the Toronto Club, I think they have close to 300 members, but at a meeting you get maybe 60 to 100 people
Yeah.
at the most, which, I mean, that's still good
Absolutely.
for bonsai.
Yeah. Well, the Toronto show was really impressive, I found.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Wow. Well, I watch Raphael. He does coverage of the Montreal show. He has
Oh, okay.
Evolution Bonsai, the channel, I think.
Yeah, I've seen his channel before.
Is that right?
I don't know
Is
if
it?
that's what it's called. I can look it up
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
But he does have his own channel, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to meet him someday. He was going to come down one day, but he never made it yet. But
Down to your area?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Wow, that's something, eh? Look at this. I guess that's a triple trunk. I guess a clump style, would you call that? Amazing. Look at the new shoots on it.
Yeah, time to be pruned. Okay.
What color flowers?
Really, really dark.
Yeah. What color flowers does this one get?
Dark pink.
Dark pink.
Yeah, we're not sure about the cultivar, but
Yeah.
dark pink.
This,
La jastronie?
Yeah, I just told me it would be.
I recognize
The
it.
English name is Shesh?
Why?
Wisteria.
Species of that that grows in the
Wisteria?
No.
No, not wisteria. No,
Crepe myrtle.
crepe myrtle. Okay.
Crepe myrtle, but from Vietnam. This thing is endemic to Vietnam, so it's not found anywhere in the world.
That really, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
It looks like an animal or something in there. It doesn't look like a tree much. It's like a sculpture. It's just fantastic. Wow. I can see the bark. You can see the patches. That sort of. Wow, that is really interesting. I guess that'd be collected, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. And what color flowers does this one get?
It's very light purple.
Okay. Sort of like a Bougainvillea, that sort of light purple
lighter
color.
than that.
Lighter than that even.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And here's a Portulacaria afra. Five trunks. That's amazing. I like eating the leaves on these.
I tasted them too,
They're
yeah.
very-
Of course, very curious.
Got a bit of punch to them.
Yeah. I can imagine it going well in kind of a fresh salad, you know?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
I like baobab leaves too. They're really tasty.
Oh, that I know
Yeah.
that you could eat.
Yeah, they're really good. They're creamy. They're like a cashew kind of texture.
Okay, I didn't.
They've got a nutty texture to them, almost like spinach and nuts mixed together.
Okay.
And I would grow them just to pick the leaves and make salads because they're so good.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So if you ever get a chance to try them, that's one thing I noticed you didn't have in the here is you don't have a baobab growing anywhere.
No. I think there's one in the collection greenhouse.
Oh, is there?
But not in the exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess they grow so fast you'd probably
I don't think
Always
they
be
grow
pruning
really
it.
fast. No.
not here.
No.
Okay.
Do
We
you want to go to the
Okay,
other side?
okay.
Or you
Well,
want to
we
sit
should do
on-
these ones
Okay,
first.
okay.
Yeah. And then we can move the table over again. So here's another willow leaf ficus. Wow.
Yeah, the base on that way.
It's amazing, yeah. That's one thing I'm fighting with my ficus is to keep the base small in proportion with the trunk.
Yeah.
Because you always get these, like it looks good here, but on a single trunk you get the great big fat root base and then sort of a skinny trunk coming up. And so I'm always kind of removing the outer roots, trying to keep it small. I don't know.
Chop back and rebuild.
Yeah, I don't know how successful I'll be, but that's a problem I see in a lot of ficuses. They get the big fat root base and then they have sort of a skinny trunk coming up and it kind of looks a bit out of proportion if you're going for realism, like ones you'd see in nature. And this looks like an azalea, is it? Or? No.
This is a lucida. Lucida. I don't have a
Bucida buceras.
Okay, I know the one you mean.
Or something.
Yeah.
I find the common name.
Okay.
Bullet tree.
Bullet tree.
Bullet tree? Yeah.
Not familiar with it.
And I find a lot of the Spanish sources of information, and they call it olivo negro, black olive.
Okay. That's
I'm not sure it has like a really prescribed English common name.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Black olive, okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Well, those are not really work.
These are
This one.
still cool though.
There's a better one over there. So
This is probably a green mound ficus, is it? Or
yeah, Green Island.
Green Island, okay. Green Island. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and those are the same that just told me in the back.
Okay. Wow.
Not going too well.
Well, it's alive, barely.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah.
They're difficult trees.
That might be one you grow the strangler fig over it. This one's, wow. Look at these pots too, they're fantastic. Okay, well, wonderful.
It's grown a lot since we repotted it. From what I remember,
Really?
a lot more leaves on it since I finished my season earlier this year.
It's amazing looking, isn't it?
It's looking good.
It's nice to get tropical trees that have a non-tropical look to them. It's kind of like the Norfolk Island pine. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. This looks like an olive, is it? Or cotoneaster? Or?
Oh no, it's
I'm testing all your memories.
Piracantha.
Piracantha.
Piracantha?
Okay, pyracantha. Okay. I should have known by the berries there.
Fire or something.
Firethorn. Firethorn, yeah.
Yes.
Do they get thorns on them? Or?
Yeah.
They do, eh? Do you trim them off or
Yeah, mostly.
just with nail clippers or
No, when we trim it, we just
just
cut. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know some people before they work in Brazilian rain trees they get nail clippers and clip all the thorns.
Really?
This is a Fukin tea
Yeah.
or Carmona. It used to be Carmona. I think they changed the name of it, the scientific name of this.
I don't know.
It used to be-
It is.
I think they used to call it, or maybe they.
Carmona.
Carmona, okay. Yeah. Or maybe it was. Yeah, I don't know. They did something with the name of it. And where did this tree come from? It looks like a Wu Yi Sung tree, but maybe not.
I'm not sure. I think it's from China.
Yeah, it looks that Chinese
Yeah,
hook and grow style.
It is in the Penjing collection,
Okay,
and the style is the Shanghai style. So,
Shanghai.
Yeah. Maybe from
Which is-
Shanghai Botanical Garden or.
Every branch has movement. Is that the Shanghai style? Or?
No, Shanghai style is more like pads.
Okay.
Or very like uniform.
Okay,
pads.
very layered. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you're right. The genus did change on the Carmona. It's Eretia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there was something about it. Because whenever you call something on a video and then you realize, oh, they don't call it that anymore. And it's hard to, I guess they're finding all, with
Yeah.
genealogy and that, they're finding species are related that they didn't think were. And so here's a smaller one. It has a flag. Why does it have a flag?
It's from pests
Okay.
to identify.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
And this is another Brazilian rain tree. Ah. That's unusual to see a slanting style like that. It looks good. I like that. Wow. And here's a ficus. Wow. That is a nice root base, isn't it? That is really, that's a nice tree. Tapers all the way up. Wow. Yeah. And it's still a reasonable size, too. People spend their whole life trying to grow their ficus larger, and then they get to a certain size and they want to keep them small because they just want to keep growing. This I recognize, gardenia, is it?
Gardenia.
Yeah, gardenia. Wow. You know, well, that's nice. I think I killed mine. I had one. I cut it back too hard and didn't like that. This, I recognize the flowers.
Gruya.
What is it?
Gruya?
Gruya, yeah, Gruya. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I think that one's in the book, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think so. I think.
That's
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You got to put a little tag in there that says page 94.
Number, yeah. I have the old book with me. I brought it. I was like, oh.
Well, at the Toronto show, did you see the little codes that you scan with your? Oh no, it was our KW show.
Okay.
We had the little square codes that people could put their phone over, and it tells you the whole history of the tree.
That's really interesting.
And-
what a good idea.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Yeah.
They even linked some of my videos If I had my tree there, they had the video link to the tree,
Oh, that's
which
really
is
neat
kind
so
of
you can
cool.
see the whole progression.
Here's a Firethorn water land Penjing,
Yeah.
or water stone Penjing. I don't know what you would call this.
Water and land.
Water and land. Over here is another Sarissa. Wow. That is amazing. That's got to be really old.
Yeah, I think it's in the collection. I think since the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, 84.
Wow. It's nice to see them that old. It gives mine hope. I have one. Mine's close to 30 years old now. Amazing. That is just amazing. Do you pick off the dead flowers or anything, or do you just
Just
too many? Yeah, just shake it. Eh? I find it does slow the growth down a bit, but it's probably good in this case when it's refined like this.
yeah.
Like all the flowers, I try and pick them off, but I just give up.
It's
There's
much,
too many.
Too long. Too
Tree of 1,000 stars, and you get, this probably has 2,000 or more. Here's another one. I recognize this from the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this one's in the book.
Yeah. And
It's the one that had the little figurine, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, it's Salut.
I have the book in the car there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is larger than I imagined it to be. This is amazing to see it in real life. Wow. Beautiful. Do you ever have to clean the trunks, like all this algae? How do you guys do it to keep them clean like that without scraping all the bark off?
Yeah, we do clean it.
Yeah.
We have a water gun.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay, one of
mostly,
those,
use that.
like, is it ultrasonic or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it zzz, vibrate. I've seen those.
It's from Japan too.
Okay, because I've seen them use it on boxwood where you have all that flaky bark and they can clean most of it off without disturbing the bark.
Like a small pressure washer gun.
Yeah, sort of like you'd use for your teeth. I think they have those for.
Oh, maybe. It's a pretty strong jet.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
No, okay. And here's a forest, Sarissa forest. Wow, isn't that amazing? That must take a long time to prune this.
Yeah.
Like, do you just sort of profile prune it first and then go in, or do you pick every branch?
Every branch.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of work. It's not like only one tree. That must keep you busy. Like that would take.
We are really busy.
That'd probably take me almost a day to do this one section here.
It depends on
Maybe-
the vigor of the. This is not too long. There's just a couple.
Okay.
And then, once a year or once in 2 years, I really go.
Really go in, yeah.
inside.
So just kind of keep it to profile for now, and then
Yeah.
and then when it gets too thick, and then
Yeah.
you go in and do a good cleaning out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Wow, they sure are impressive. Eh? And have you had any, like everyone tells me whenever they have a Sarissa, it dies.
Yeah, I heard that it's kind of difficult, but they are in good shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's amazing. Now, I've been keeping mine cool over the winter. I keep it at,
Yeah, I think it's better around 15 degrees.
Yeah.
But we don't have a greenhouse.
No.
Like the same for the Bougainvillea or.
yeah, they prefer a cool
Yeah,
period,
there are
don't they?
some trees that will be better,
Yeah,
but as we don't have that, we take it, leave it here.
they do, yeah. I think our fall is like a good cool period for most trees too. They get enough of a fall it's like their winter, and then you kind of warm them up again. This, Bougainvillea. Have we seen this one before? No, this is another one.
Maybe it's in the book. Oh,
I
not
think-
today. No.
Okay. No, yeah, but it's in the book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the book.
Hollow trunk.
Not like that. It's really vigorous now.
Yeah. Yes, it's ready for a pruning probably soon, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Or would you let it grow until spring and then prune it?
Some of them I leave it and then cut. I choose one.
Wow. You must stay very busy. Can't believe
Yeah,
it.
it's just a small part.
How much
and
work?
Then the other part is
Well, I know what you mean with the pruning. You can prune a tree and then you can really prune a tree where you really detail it. And it's that really detailed pruning that really makes them extra special, isn't it? This is
We don't put a lot of work in the tropical greenhouse in the winter time.
I see.
You'll understand quite soon why.
Okay. This is another crepe myrtle? No. Is it?
No, that's Psidium. I don't know an English name for that.
Okay. A pomegranate? No.
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 It's quite rare in bonsai.
Okay. It's like a pomegranate type fruit, isn't it? But
Catleyanum, c'est l'espèce?
Pas celui.
Je pense c'est lui. I think it's the strawberry guava.
okay, a guava. Yeah. I recognize it now. With the striped refoliating trunk. Yeah.
Like tasty fruits.
Are they good?
Yeah, I don't know them, but most, normally, they're really tasty.
Yeah. Wow. I have a regular common guava at home, and it has that sort of a trunk, but its leaves are more papery. They're not like a ficus like this, waxy. That is cool. And this looks like a microcarpa in a fancy pot. I like this pot. I like the design around it. That is nice. This one's in the book.
Catleyanum.
Yeah, that's really something, this. And this one's larger than I imagined it, too. Wow. That is cool. And we're back to where we were. Okay.